Okay, good day everybody. I'm in my gym with my trainer. This is Zain Griessel. You can say hi to the people.
Hello.
We are in his gym, so if you see people, if you hear any noises, just remember we are in the gym. Just love it and enjoy it. So before we start, I just want to say this. Zain is quickly going to show me how to do 2 bicycles. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 reps. He's my trainer. He's going to show you guys on this camera how to do 2 curls. Okay, you ready for that?
Ready.
Okay, let's start over here.
Okay. Albert, can you just shift your bench a little bit to that side? Okay. Now, the exercise that we will be doing is called the concentration curl. Okay, Albert, put your elbow a little bit further down for me. Okay, take it down, all the way down, stretch it. Now, I want you to focus on full contraction. Pull from there up all the way. Pull it, harden it. Okay, now keep it contracted as you release it. Go down. That's good. Stretch it, feel the muscle pulling into the stretch here, and pull it up. Good.
Want to do another one?
Yes, do another one. Tell me what you're feeling.
I'm going to tell you now when I'm done. This is quite heavy.
It is heavy. Okay. It's beautiful.
So I felt it right here. Is that
right?
Is that the correct place?
That's the correct place.
I feel quite pumped.
Yes.
Okay.
It's good muscle stimulation.
So Zain is my trainer. Zain, as we speak right now, your email address and your cell phone number will be on the screen.
Yes.
So for people to contact you, just tell us quickly before we start with the talk in training. What do you do? So obviously we're in Bloemfontein, South Africa, but you can train people all over the world. You can write training programs for people all over the world. Can you quickly explain just how that would work if people would want to contact you?
Yeah, look, you guys can contact me on my email address or my phone number. Obviously for international people, it would be my email address would be best. I'm going to require things such as your before photos from the front, side and back, your length, your age, your current weight, etc. And then we can get started with your online training. And then what I do is every single week, we do weekly check-ins where I monitor your results and make sure that you are on track, to make sure that you stay disciplined. So yeah, that is basically it.
Great, thank you so much, Zain. So as you guys know, if you have seen my channel, my name is Albert Wille. We have a company called Mind Prosperity that has to do with your thinking, with your mindset. We mainly focus on emotional intelligence. So if you want to contact me about that, I don't speak about gym, I mainly speak about emotional intelligence. So my email address will be on. And then please like this video, subscribe, comment some questions, and then we can also help you with that. And very, very important, please share this video with many people so that they can be helped. Okay, right. So today we're starting with training. I'm gonna ask Zain a few questions about training and see how we can help you guys. So there has been a study done by Lawrence Robinson, Gene Siegel, and Melinda Smith, and this is what they said. They said regular exercise can have a profound positive impact on depression, anxiety, and ADHD. It also relieves stress, improves memory, helps you sleep better, and boosts your overall mood. And you don't have to be a fitness fanatic to reap the benefits. Research indicates that modest amounts of exercise can make a real difference. No matter your age or fitness level, you can learn to use exercise as a powerful tool to deal with mental health problems, improve your energy and outlook, and get more out of life. And I believe that's what we all want. We want to get more out of life. So, Zain, I want to ask you this. In your own life, before I ask that question, tell us a bit what Sacred Aesthetics is all about.
Well, Sacred Aesthetics was a brand that I actually started about 4 years ago with big dreams. I believe it's something that came to me as a vision, but something that shaped a dream inside of me that just showed me it's still going to achieve big things. Yeah. So Sacred Aesthetics, basically, the word aesthetics means beauty. So it's all about creating a better sculpt body, a better version of yourself. So in every aspect of Sacred Aesthetics, whether it's the clothing range, the supplements, the gym itself, everything is all about beauty and creating a better version.
That's why I'm here.
That's why he's here.
So tell me quickly, in your own life, how did it affect your mood when you started exercising, when you started doing this? You were very skinny at the time, right?
Yes. I actually, Albert, I was weighing 58 kgs when I started out. I was actually never really very fond of training. Back in high school, I was more of a laid-back person, more of a kultuurdier, as you call it in Afrikaans. Yes, the culture animal. I don't know what it's called in English, but he just said it. But I was never really interested in fitness or the whole sporting thing. So a friend of mine asked me the one day, I was working as a sales assistant because I didn't know what to do with my life actually. So I started out as a sales assistant at a warehouse, and this one friend of mine that used to work with me came to me the one day and he asked me whether I didn't want to come train with him. At first I was very skeptical because this wasn't really my field, it wasn't something that I knew. But what I did have was depression. So I had a very, very low self-esteem. And I constantly wanted to change everything about myself. I wanted to change my appearance. I was questioning myself whether I was good enough, questioning myself I always wanted to be the best, but in a bad way. So I always wanted myself rated and other people's approval about what I looked like. And I have to say that ever since I started this journey 8 years ago, this changed my life forever. So coming back to what Albert asked, how it affected my life, is I started training for about the first 2 months was pretty hectic. I won't say that the bug bit then, but then eventually people started asking me for advice. So I knew that I had to start to look like something if people asked me for advice. And all of a sudden the bug started biting me. And eventually I quit my job at Outer Warehouse. I went to study personal training. I started working here at this very gym that I'm the director of now, which is a very big blessing. Yeah. I started out here and everything changed for me. So from this skinny guy weighing 58 kgs to the current weight that I am on now at 95, it changed a lot of things for me. My self-confidence picked up. The depression that I have, I wouldn't say it's gone, but it's not there in the way that makes you feel like you are drained, you feel worthless. So it really changed a lot of things in my life for myself in terms of what I think of myself. And you actually start valuing yourself more and not seeking other people's approval as much as far as you see development in yourself. And I truly believe that working on yourself is the best project that you can possibly work on. Improving something that's going to be with you for the rest of your life, basically.
And I think one thing that's very important about emotional intelligence is to get to that place where you can invest in yourself.
Right.
And the person has to make time, So like Zain just said, and like we're trying to articulate, it's not just about this idea of looking fitter or becoming stronger, but it's also very good for your mood. It's very good for your mental health.
Yes.
And I believe at the end of the day, it will affect a lot of people around you. And I want to ask this question. I really want to hear what you have to say about this. What are some myths out there about training? So you get people who want to get in shape and they think stay away from weights, I just want to do cardio for instance, or whatever. What would you say are some things that people think they are doing right but they actually are doing wrong?
Yeah, Albert, it's coming to the females. Is a lot of women come in here and they say, I'm looking for a personal trainer, but I do not want to do weights. They don't want to do weights because they believe they're going to become bodybuilders. They're going to start looking like a man, which is completely not the case. First of all, your nutritional intake depends on the size you're going to get. You can train as hard as you want, as heavy as you want. You will not gain a kilogram if your calories wasn't set out for it. You will not lose anything if your calories wasn't set out for it. So that is one of the biggest things that I come across in my own personal experience with females coming in saying, I don't want to look like a man. But the truth is, everything is about balance.
Yeah.
You need your training, you need your diet.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then another thing, Albert, is people come in and they say, once again, to the weights, they say that in order to gain size, you need to train heavy, which is one of the biggest myths out there. I'm a firm believer of doing things right, good control, stimulating the muscle, full contraction, full range of motion. So me personally, I don't go heavy at all. And that is something that I believe people miss inside the gym, is that everybody thinks that weight gives size. And that is the most, or the biggest myth out there, because you can train with a lighter weight by doing something right, and you will outgrow majority of the people in this gym injury-free. And I believe this is what it's about. It's staying in this game for as long as you possibly can without having or getting any injuries.
That's brilliant. And I want to say this, we're at a time in the whole world now where we're in a pandemic, where people are very stressed, where people are very worried. People actually get anxious, I think, now more than ever. And I wouldn't say more than ever in history, but at least as in this time when I've been alive. So I think we're at a place now where people are not as motivated as they should be.
Right.
Where people are maybe not as excited as they should be, where people are not as eager as they should be, or as passionate as they should be, and I believe there's a lot of emotional things that plays a role. How would you say people should motivate themselves again, to get back to exercise again and things like that?
It's a very good question, Albert. A lot of people come in here in the state that we are in now with the whole pandemic. A lot of fitness people, a lot of people who used to be in the gym and training hard fell back. People got fat, people started losing themselves. And it's very, very difficult for you to once have been at a place where you were proud to be and then fall back. And it's just so much harder getting back. Your mentality plays a big role. For you to tell yourself you need to get back in it is something that is a very, very difficult thing to do. I would suggest, if you want to start training again, just to get that motivation back, get yourself a friend. Get yourself somebody who can keep you motivated, who can keep you accountable in your fitness journey. What I find helps a lot is watching motivational videos. Get yourself a photo of somebody that you might want to look like. I'm not saying idolize somebody, but find something in someone that you can say, listen, I want that. I want to work for that. And that is what I find helps me majority of the time. If something just pops up on Instagram or YouTube, you normally pause when you see something that's appealing to you, especially when your field of interest is looking good. You understand? So that is what I would suggest you do. Get somebody who's going to keep you accountable and motivated, somebody who's going to walk this journey with you. Maybe find yourself a personal trainer. I believe it's a very good thing, especially when you are a first timer looking to start your fitness journey, to make sure that you're doing the right things the right way, injury free.
Okay, that's brilliant. And I just want to say this, Dr. Joe Dispenza spoke about imagination, and he said your body doesn't know what's the difference between something that you actually experience right now with your natural senses, or something that you create by thought alone, or something that you create by imagination alone. So a person has to work on their imagination, their thinking, where are you going, because your body actually responds to that.
Right.
And we cannot be victims of our past the whole time, because your energy goes where your thoughts go. So if you put your thoughts in the past, that means your energy goes to the past. But if you bring your thoughts to the present moment with the imagination, that means the present future in the sense of where you can imagine your future, but you imagine it as if it is right now. That brings energy back to you. And I just think another thing that's important about the senses, we're at a stage now where people are looking at so many negative things, where people are imagining so many negative things that their body kind of just shuts down. And people run to comfort foods, and we're going to speak about this in our next video, but I just want to say this, yes, comfort foods does make you feel good, but it makes you feel good for a little while, and then you start to crave that thing again. But research also tells us that when you exercise, when you gym, when you do physical exercise, or when you do any exercise, neurotransmitters get released in your brain, and endorphins get released in your body, and those things help with depression and helps with anxiety. So one thing that I want to say is, even if you don't feel like it, just start. A week later, you will start feeling like it more and more and more. So just get into that process, and like he said, Get yourself an accountability partner. And like we said, he is here to help you. So please contact. Any other statements you want to make?
So Albert, one thing that I know is that it's important to realize when looking at stress that it affects the body in a negative way. Your recovery process slows down, your cortisol levels and your adrenaline levels is something that is stress hormones in the body. So what you actually want is your production in your endorphins, which is a chemical in the brain, which is a natural form of a painkiller, as well as a mood booster. Yes, a mood booster.
Endorphins is a mood booster, people.
Yes, which makes you feel good. It makes you perform better. So what you guys might take to mind is that if you struggle, you're not always in the mood to come train and work out. Sometimes we need things like a pre-workout, which has good neurostimulants in. I know that I'm not always in the mood to go and train. For that reason, I use a pre-workout, and it works great. It works with your energy levels. It works with your way of thinking, your focus, etc. So getting something like that, especially when you're looking to have a better workout, and also increasing your mental way of thinking about a workout. I believe getting something like that is a very positive thing to do, especially when you're feeling drained and not in the mood.
That's brilliant. Well, Zain, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. And you guys can feel free to contact Zain, make contact with him. That will be brilliant. Remember, his email address and his cell phone number is on. And please share this video to people because we believe it's going to help them. And don't miss our next video. Our next video is going to be on your eating and your dieting. So thank you so much, Zain. I will see you then next week for the other video. Okay.
Thanks, Albert.
Thank you, Zain. Okay. Bless you guys. We will see you soon again. From the Mind Prosperity, we love you. Bye.